Good afternoon and welcome to News Update. I am Udwakobong Achibong. His Royal Majesty Professor James Otese Iwazua Ayatse Toa Tefi is currently being installed as the 10th Chancellor of the University of Benin. This follows his recent appointment in July alongside other revered fathers as chancellors of various federal institutions in the country by President Muhammadu Buhari. At the installation ceremony, which is ongoing at the Indoor Sport Hall of University of Benin, the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Lilian Salami, thanked President Buhari for bringing the Tortifi on board at a time the wisdom and experiences of reputable leaders like him are needed in the society. We'll bring you details of that report in a subsequent bulletin. Meanwhile, all is now set for the 19th celebration of Benin Sports Club 1931. The anniversary will feature investiture of some outstanding members of the club as trustees. President of the club, pharmacist Mr. Fred Iboy, disclosed this during a press briefing in Benin. Benin Sports Club was founded in 1931. We will still bring you details of that report in a subsequent bulletin. Moving on now, an annual lecture to reflect and celebrate the numerous legacies of foremost Nigeria's charismatic preacher and founder, Benson Idahosa University, Archbishop Benson Idahosa, has been instituted by the university at the maiden edition of Memorial Lecture held at Oka campus. The guest lecturer, Bishop Wale Oko, called on the federal government to include private and faith-based institutions in tax fund projects.
Of faith-based universities in national transformation, Archbishop Benson Idahosa, God's transformational vessel, was the topic of this memorial lecture, highlighting the contributions of faith-based universities in restoring the lost glory of the nation's higher education. The guest lecturer, Bishop Wale Oke, commended the late Archbishop Idahosa for his relentless effort in pushing for the establishment of more faith-based private universities in the country.
He has gone home, he's still speaking. What a legacy, what a life of impact. He not only saw tomorrow, he lived for tomorrow. He sold for tomorrow.
Our first Archbishop achieved uncommon successes in the midst of most uncommon circumstances.
Some special guests at the memorial lecture, including Edo State Governor Godwin Obaseki, the General Overseer, Redeemed Christian Church of God, Pastor Enoch Adeboye, the former camp president, Pastor Ayo Orisejafo, and Esema of Benin, Chief Gabriel Igbenedon, congratulated the institution and the Church of God Mission for keeping the dreams and vision of Archbishop Benson Idahosa alive.
What is most fulfilling for us as a government is the quality and level of collaboration with which we as government enjoy with faith-based universities in the state.
It doesn't matter the age, it doesn't matter the time. Nobody can forget Archbishop Benson Idahosa.
The impact is just incredible. It is there and it is permanent.
Owing to the faith professed by the founder when he laid the foundation in 2002, the Chancellor, Archbishop Margaret Idahosa, described the university's successes as an act of rising from the storm.
Archbishop Benson Idahosa wrote the vision down. He made it plain, and we are reading it, and all the men and women, they are running and driving the vision.
The memorial lecture was graced by some proteges and associates of late Archbishop Idahosa, as well as notable personalities in nation's religious, political, and academic circles. In Benin, Jude Abugu, NTA News.
The steering committee, Edo Volunteer for Tinubu 2023, has been inaugurated in Benin City, the Edo State capital. It is aimed at projecting the philosophy of Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu ahead of 2023 presidential election. Goodluck Enani reports that the event had in attendance representatives from across the 18 local government areas of the state.
As activities gathered momentum ahead of 2023, members of the group are not taking chances. This meeting is intended to put in place a formidable team with a mandate to educate Nigerians on what they need to know about Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu. In a paper presentation titled Nigeria on the March Again, Dr. Agbadu Abamidele highlighted some qualities that must inform the choice of candidates by the voters, to include educational qualification, fear of God, and a detribalized character, amongst others.
To relate to the various demographics is another important factor, particularly to secure public confidence and trust. In fact, this appears to be about the most important quality of Chief Ahmed Tinubu.
Chairman of the occasion and former lawmaker House of Representatives Razak Bello Sagi and other dignitaries described the initiative as laudable.
What you are doing here aligns with the common broad objectives of fostering the vision of the average Nigerian.
The group's tasks are therefore built around an issue-based and fact-driven campaign for the person of Tinubu, and hopes to popularize these ideals with the willingness and readiness to defend it.
The convener, Ms. Adetutu Wolabi, who joined via Zoom, said the platform would provide Nigerians the opportunity to have an in-depth knowledge of Tinubu and his dream for Nigeria. She urged the committee to see the opportunity as a means of contributing to the rebuilding of Nigeria.
Nation building demands sacrifice in sweat and tears, but we must be willing to make the painful investment because the reward is ever so satisfying.
It's not about the very character that we're talking about now. It's about people who believe in him.
We all have agreed to go back to our various local government and work for him.
I believe in this vision because it's my party.
The event held simultaneously across the country. In Benin, Goodluck Enani, NT News.
Nigerian women under the auspices of the League of Women Voters in Nigeria are mapping out strategies to win elective positions in future elections in the country. This was their focus as they mark the 25th anniversary of the body in Benin City with the theme Full and Equal Participation of Women in Public Life and Leadership. Goodluck Enani again reports.
These women are from different states across the country who have been contributing their quota in various fields of endeavor. They say they are not happy with what they call the continued exclusion of women in political positions and other scheme of things. Minister of Women Affairs, Dame Pauline Talen, represented by the Special Advisor Technical, Princess Jummai Idonije, in her paper presentation, identified ignorance and harmful belief as some factors.
Beyond just talking, I want to see concrete action-oriented outcomes as to prepare to change the narratives come 2023, which is just round the corner.
I want to appeal to all of us to sharpen our skills, and once we do this, I am sure together we can.
What we see is a future that is clearer, a future that is brighter.
I see the drive in all of us, and I see the tenacity in all of us.
Other speakers sued for unity among the women.
The message today to all women is to have hope and to be active, not just sit down and watch.
In spite of the way we have been educated, in spite of the way we have been brainwashed by different religions, we should start asserting ourselves.
For the participants, the conference is reassuring.
We would love to see the women being included, in the whole affair of governance.
This occasion of our 25th anniversary is a celebration of where women are now and where we want to be.
Cutting of the anniversary cake was the icing on the activities. NILOF was birthed in 1996 and has its national head office in Benin. It is non-partisan, non-religious, non-ethnic, and non-profit oriented. In Benin, Goodluck Inaemi, NT News.
The contributions of the Nigerian Television Authority to national development, especially consistency in bringing to viewers accurate news and quality programming over the years, have not gone unnoticed at a special event organized by the Edo State Council of Radio, Television, Theatre and Art Workers Union to mark this year's World Television Day. NTA was presented with an award as the best station in programming and corporate social responsibility. Jude Abugu has details.
World Television Day, which celebrates the philosophy of television as a medium of information dissemination, also highlights the continued impacts of television on global decision-making. The United Nations recognizes this power of television in uniting the world and proffering solutions to pressing global challenges by drawing attention to conflicts, injustice, racial discrimination, health, environmental and climate change issues, among others. The Nigerian Television Authority has been doing a lot in this regard, hence this special recognition from the Edo State Council of Ratao. Also honored with an award is the independent television, ITV, for its unbiased news reportage. Members of Ratau in Edo State and other industry key players who joined them to mark the day are concerned about the challenges of poor management, inadequate funding, poor remuneration, lack of modern equipment, and trained professionals.
Television, you may wish to know, is a symbol of communication and globalization that educates, informs, entertains, and influences our decisions and opinions.
With technological advancements transforming the way contents, messages, and information are produced, processed, and consumed in television industry, the guest lecturer and veteran journalist Tony Abolo took a deep dive into the historical perspective, ownership, regulatory, and operational issues that impede television broadcasting in Nigeria.
Autonomy means that producers, reporters and editors should not be tied to any secret censorship mechanism. Professional judgments should be our guidelines.
The Zonal Director, NTA Benin Network Center, represented by the Assistant Director, Marketing, said the station is deserving of the award.
We will not stop in our track. We will keep doing more for the people of Edo State and indeed for Nigeria at large. NTA has been known as the award-winning station, and indeed will keep winning awards.
The theme for this year's World Television Day, which is Television Today, was aptly captured for industry key players to brainstorm and chart a way forward for television broadcasting in Nigeria. In Benin, Jude Abugu, NTA News.
A non-governmental organization, Vital Life Foundation, is canvassing support for a graduate of Federal Polytechnic Auchi, Mavis Igbinigi, who is suffering from a brain disease known as arteriovenous malfunction. To this end, members of the organization embarked on a prayer walk in Benin City to create awareness on the plight of Mavis, who needs a sum of 70 million naira for an urgent surgery. Ifoma Okafo has details.
The organization is made up of Christian students drawn from both federal and state universities, including polytechnics across Edo State. They are taking the health challenge of Mavis Igbenegye and his financial constraints to the doorsteps of Nigerians in Benin. They believe that awareness such as this will go a long way to help raise funds for his treatment abroad, as he is an orphan with little or no one to help. The organization also made some stopover at different junctions in the metropolis for prayers.
Yes, what we are doing here, we are coming out to pray to God for the healing, and also here to ask the government, ask the good people of Nigeria, so that they can support our brother with whatever they can, so that they can go for the operation. We are here to just let our voice know, so that everybody can come together so we can see our brother, because he's a writer, he's a graduate, he has a lot of dreams and aspirations to do for this country. So please, we are appealing to everyone, be part of this movement to see that our brother lives his dream again. We have billions of people in the world. We have millions in Nigeria. If you just ask 70,000, give 1,000, our brother can live his dream again.
Mavis is a young guy of 26, so that's why we decided to pick it up as well. We are appealing to the public, to the general public, everyone hearing us, everyone out there. Please send Mavis your support. Join us, as Yali Network Edo State has also joined in the movement. Please also join us. Let's save Mavis of 26.
With the hashtag Save Mavis Now, they are appealing on good-spirited individuals to help by paying into this designated account UBA 222-45-26814, so that Mavis, who is now paralyzed, can stand on his feet again. In Benin, Ifeoma Okafor, NTA News.
Members of the public are hereby informed that they can reach out to NTA Benin Newsroom on any breaking news and happenings in Edo State. The number to call is 0195 355 9648. Chats on WhatsApp could also be sent to the same number. We now take a break. We'll be back shortly. Please stay tuned.
Do you live in Aduawa and its environment, or you need a conducive and open field in Aduawa for your wedding receptions, birthday parties, annual ceremonies, family or corporate events in a serene and conducive environment that is close to nature? Then look no further. NTA Benin Aduawa is the place for you. NTA Benin Aduawa has a large field for all your other events and ceremonies. Also, at NTA Corporate Headquarters, TV Road, we have a state-of-the-art, fully air-conditioned, ultra-modern hall for all kinds of indoor events with a standby generating set to ensure constant power supply. We also have the NTA Pavilion for all your outdoors events at the same venue. Guess what? Our prices are affordable, locations are easily accessible, venues conducive and highly secure. Our outside broadcast van is available 24 hours and can broadcast your event live. And above all, you can air your event on our award-winning programs like Events and Style. Wow! What are you waiting for? Grab this opportunity and have your celebration in a grand style. For inquiries and bookings, please call NTA Benin, the award-winning station.
Many thanks for staying tuned. Christians have been reminded that life on earth is not the end, but life eternal through Jesus Christ. Hence, the need for Christ-like life that leads to life eternal. The spiritual leader, Christ Chosen Church of God International, Senior Apostle David Unwefe, gave this admonition at the service of songs in honor of an elder in the church, Elder Jacob Igodaro. Ifeoma Okafor has details.
To the members of the church at the Virginia branch in Benin City, the spiritual leader emphasized the need for believers to always be mindful of the life they live, as God detests a proud spirit. He noted that whether rich or poor, that everyone is the same in the presence of God. He urged the children of the deceased to emulate the Christian life of their father, who served both God and man with his wealth.
No man is born to live forever. No matter who you are, how rich, how poor, any position in the holy life, a day will come, we bow to the will of God.
In Benin, Ifoma Ukafo, NTA News.
Christians have been charged to always serve God with all their might, as God is a rewarder of those that seek his face and do his will always. Reverend Jacob Igebo of Christ Our Ministries gave the charge in his sermon this Sunday. Ifoma Ukafo again has details.
Sermon taken from the book of Psalm chapter 7 verses 15 and 16, Psalm 37 verse 1 and Hebrews 6 verse 10. Reverend Gebo reeled out the benefits abound in serving God and enjoying believers to be partakers of these blessings of God through service. He reminded them that God is faithful and a rewarder of those that diligently serve him.
What is life about? Serve God well, so that the peace that passeth every understanding will reflect in your life. In life, you are always at the negative side. If you not pay you, very soon, you will realize that you are no more in focus. Then it might be too late.
He prayed and prophesied to the congregation as the service was brought to a close.
Once you connect to it, I say you are raised above standard. Amen.
In Benin, Ifoma Ukafo, NTA News.
Remember God's goodness in your life and be thankful to him. This was a message of the spiritual leader of Holy Deliverance Mission, Prophet Sondukbere, to Christian faithful this Sunday. He was at the Liberation Chapel, a young branch of the church in Benin City.
Prophet Okpere enjoined believers in Christ to understand that harvest thanksgiving is a covenant God has instituted with man, as it is only when one sows one can harvest. He urged them to sow in all seasons, not out of necessity or grudges, but with cheerful hearts. Prophet Okpere wants the congregation to see sowing seeds and thanksgiving as an opportunity to get more blessings. Highlight of the service was the prophetic declarations for God's strength and guidance for the head pastor of the branch, Reverend Mother Ebuwa Okpere, to lead the branch, and then family harvest thanksgiving to the altar by the head pastor.
Everything that is mentioned in your name from today onwards, it shall be upon you and blessing in Jesus' name.
Meanwhile, the church will this Wednesday to Sunday hold its annual 2021 combined harvest thanksgiving program with the theme My Harvest Thanksgiving Program for God's Divine Settlement in 2022. Also, prophetic declarations with instant solution night has been scheduled for this Friday at 10 p.m. In Benin, Agatha Egwari Uju, NTA News.
The head priest of Holy Rosa Cathedral, Ohansa Igbinodua Edebi, has enjoined worshippers to completely depend on God for daily provisions, as he is faithful and just to answer all their prayers and supplications. Ifoma Ukafo has details.
Foremost Church reminded worshippers that though man can disappoint, but God is ever faithful and does not disappoint his children. He noted that it is only those that put their trust in God that will attain heavenly blessings. He emphasized the importance of prayers in the life of every believer, hence the need for worshippers to pray without ceasing. Prayers were offered for peace, unity, and development of the country. In Benin, Ifoma Ukafo, NTA News.
Time for another break. We'll be back shortly. Please stay tuned.
Do you live in Aduawa and its environment? Or you need a conducive and open field in Aduawa for your wedding receptions, birthday parties, annual ceremonies, family or corporate events in a serene and conducive environment that is close to nature? Then look no further. NTA Benin Aduawa is the place for you. NTA Benin Aduawa has a large field for all your other events and ceremonies. Also, at NTA Corporate Headquarters, TV Road, we have a state-of-the-art, fully air-conditioned, ultra-modern hall for all kinds of indoor events with a standby generating set to ensure constant power supply. We also have the NTA Pavilion for all your outdoors events at the same venue. Guess what? Our prices are affordable. Locations are easily accessible. Venues conducive and highly secure. Our outside broadcast van is available 24 hours and can broadcast your event live. And above all, you can air your event on our award-winning programs like Events and Style. Wow! What are you waiting for? Grab this opportunity and have your celebration in a grand style. For inquiries and bookings, please call NTA Benin, the award-winning station.
This life I can't keep myself. I can't keep myself. I can't keep myself. Allow me to flex.
Hello there. Welcome to the newest lounge in the Asian city of Benin, Hyperion Lounge, a lounge with good food, music, drinks, karaoke, networking, exclusive for VVIP, and a relaxed environment to meet the right people. Hyperion Lounge is situated at rooftop floor, which has a panoramic view of the city. Visit us at 76 Akakava Central Hotel, Efedosa Signature, opposite First Bank, Benin City. For seat reservation, call 091-5111-1123. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Hyperion Central. Email info.hyperioncentral@gmail.com. All COVID-19 guidelines is strictly adhered. Hyperion Lounge, exclusivity redefined.
In Benin have been publicly professing their faith and worship of Christ as the King of the universe. It is a feast of Christ, the King, also known as Corpus Christi, to honor Jesus Christ as Lord over all creations. Here are details of the day at St. Francis Catholic Church, including a prominent feature of the feast, the procession.
It is a holy day of obligation in the church, and faithful turned out first for the Holy Mass. The homilist reminded faithful to submit to the rule of Christ. After the Mass, the priest carried the Eucharist in a monstrance outside the church for the procession. Singing praises, the faithful prayed for peace and danced through College Road to Omodion Street, then to Erodom Close, and back to the church on College Road.
Indeed our King and the King of the universe and the King of our hearts, King of our homes, the King also of our nation. So we hope that Nigerian citizens will also come to know that they should do all it takes to make sure that true values of democracy are also promoted, entrenched, so that the human dignity will be enhanced at all times.
They believe the kingship of Christ will turn things around for the better in Nigeria.
Our leaders in various ways, our leaders at home, in our community, in our society, if they do the right thing, what God has asked us to do, we will be going through what we are going through today.
At least we're just smiling, we're just hoping on God that with God, because He's there, that things will not remain like this, and that by His grace, things will get better.
Many people still worship idols, but we say He's the only one. He's the only King we have.
Christ of the universe, not any other power, supreme Christ the Lord.
Jesus Christ is our King, and our children of the King is the heads. We are heads of His kingdom.
The feast marks the end of the Catholic liturgical year 2021. The Church begins a new year 2022 with the first Sunday of Advent, the Christmas season, next Sunday. In Benin, Agatha Egwari Uju, NTA News.
And that's it on News Update. Many thanks for watching. Good afternoon.